All right, so I want to read some of the responses I have here. Now, the first person or the first response I have here is that the pressure to be financially successful. The pressure to be financially successful. To someone, this is one of the mask or an example of the mask that men wear. The pressure to be financially successful. So as we go along, we'll be able to address some of these issues and why you don't need to keep it to yourself, or why you don't need to wear it as a mask, but you just unmask it, and then if there is a help somewhere, we give to you. Now, someone also wrote that the act of being a man, and interestingly, the man is in capital letters, man. The act of being a man. So to somebody, this is one of the masks that men hide, or these are some of the struggles that men hide, or the mask that they put on. And I want us to be thinking or pondering over these things that I'm reading out, and as we go along, I'm sure that we would find answers to them. Now, another one is difficulty expressing emotions. And I think this is, in fact, all the things I've read so far, they are all true. But this is, so far or by far, this is one of the things I feel that men are actually hiding. How to express our emotions. A lot of things happen and men will be forming, macho man, macho man. You don't want to cry. I mean, I remember when my dad passed, I was foaming. I didn't want to cry. But my EFSO people too were saying that, I know if I cry, they will laugh at me. So interestingly, I was reading the tribute from the children to our dad. And I got to one section that says, he provides everything that we need, to the best of his capacity. When I got there, I knew the next word that I would speak, I would cry. So I paused, and I formed Gitigba. Then I continued to read. Emotionally, I was bleeding, seriously. But because I know as a man, if I cry, in fact, in front of a whole congregation, ma bobo namu. So I was forming. Difficulty expressing emotions. Now, the next one is masculine competition. Masculine competition. Now, I think it's also true. Men, we compete amongst ourselves, and we are struggling, but we don't want to say, because you feel like, now, if I say this, how will even other men look at me? How would they look at me? So there is that sort of competition. I think it's true. Financial pressures, emotional struggles, and marital struggles. It's true. The last one again, marital struggle, is very, very true. Like I said, men, we like to form. We like to form. So, I was asking somebody the other day that how would she even feel if a man or a boy comes to tell her that he's been abused by a woman? Like, how would it even sound? You've been raped, a man. Those kind of things, they push us into our core or into our shell. So these are some of the things. Marital struggles. People are suffering a lot in their marriages, but they cannot open up as men because they feel when you talk. And one funny thing too is that when there is a problem, I had a couple. So the man was like, the lady has left. The first question was asked is, Chiewa. Couples, they had issue, and the lady has decided to leave the relationship. So the man was sharing this with another friend that, so the question asked was, Nuka ewa. So as a man, it is assumed that even in a relationship, if there are problems, you are the cause. But tonight, we want to address all those things. I want to say a very big thank you to all participants who have actually written to us. There's one I didn't read. It said, okay, let's invite Mr. White, Mr. Chachu Ajaklu to help us. Oh, let's be clapping until he takes the stage. Let's be clapping until he takes the microphone. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Oh, let's keep clapping until he gets to the podium. Let's keep clapping. Mr. Chachu, you are welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. A very good evening to everyone present here. I hope we are all doing well. It's rather unfortunate that we don't have a lot of people seated here to learn or listen to whatever we are going to be talking about. But I think that we can still make the best of the time and whatever knowledge we are going to be sharing. So, my name is Chachu. I work as a mental health practitioner and an advocate for issues of mental health and mental illness. So, this evening, I'm really honored to be part of this program. So, we are going to be looking at what depression is in men, or in whole, we'll be looking at men's mental health. So last month, in the month of June, is always marked as the month for men mental health. So during that month, issues of or psychological issues that men go through as family men, as wherever they find themselves, issues of those kinds are discussed. So I think that we are not far from June. We are still